What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This is episode number 35, and last time we defeated the King of Ikana in his castle, and we are now ready to head on over to the Stone Tower Temple because we got ourselves up to where the owl statue is outside of the temple. So we're all ready to go. First things first, I want to make sure that we're all prepared. So there's a couple of things that I want to do before we head to the temple, and one of those things is only accessible at night. So I'm going to play the song of Double Time. Basically, I'm going to pick up the Chateau Romani from the milk bar, the latte milk bar, which only opens at 10 p.m., so we want it to be nighttime for that. And then I'll slow time so that we're not wasting a bunch of time and we have as much time as possible to actually complete the temple. And other than that, I'm just going to collect some bombs and arrows and such. So I'm going to cut all of that out, and I will see you back at 10 p.m. outside of the latte milk bar in East Clocktown. Alrighty, it is approaching 10 p.m., so we're going to head in there, and you have to have 200 rupees in order to buy the chateau, so I made sure that I collected that. I killed the Takuri outside of Milk Road, which I've killed so many times in this playthrough already, so I think you guys don't need to see that yet again. Nonetheless, we're going to play the inverted Song of Time to slow things down a bit now that we got it to reach 10 p.m. Let's head on in here. And I highly suggest either bringing getting Chateau Romani or getting green potions, blue potions, red potions, because this is the most difficult temple in the game. So you're going to want to put those bottles to good use. If you don't have the defense upgrade, I highly suggest bringing a fairy or two, because things can get a little dicey. So, and not in the boss room, though. The boss is actually quite easy. But that's a couple of episodes away. I'm expecting this to take at least 3 to 4 episodes to complete the temple, because there's a lot to do, and we have to turn the temple upside down and then do everything like in reverse fashion. Kind of a weird setup. Really cool effect to it, but it makes things difficult as far as collecting all the fairies and such. So, I'm going to try to do it from memory, and we'll see how good that gets us. That did not make sense. Anyway, here we are. So we need to but we need to move these pillars around so that we can cross and actually enter the temple. And there's a specific order that you have to do it, because if you see here, as you're just stepping on different switches, it moves the blocks in different ways. So the one that we need to step on first is actually on the right, because we need to make sure that pillars don't get in the way of other pillars, or but they're not really pillars. What are they? Blocks, I guess. I don't know why I couldn't think of the right word. Okay, so we're going to go to the right and play our Elegy of Emptiness here. And we're going to be doing this quite a bit in the temple, because there's all kinds of switches that we have to press that, unfortunately, don't stay pressed after we step off of them. So there's that. Now we need to step on the left one, because as we saw a minute ago, that brings this into the center, which is what we want. Then that last one will move into place right behind it after we play the song a third time in our normal Link form. Remember, you're not going to be doing it in Dooku form. I wouldn't even worry about having the Dooku mask at the ready when it comes to these switches, just because in your normal form, you're too light to press the switches down, so making a little extra form of yourself doesn't really do anything. It's still not going to press down the switches. Alright, so here we go. Playing the... Oh, I thought I was playing the wrong song there for a second. I always, immediately want to play the Song of Time when I pull out the ocarina, and that's my go-to thing. Alrighty, so we're going to have to do this again, because we're going to have to turn the temple over at least twice. So... yeah, we're going to have to memorize that. Anyway, now we can hop across. You can see that there are switches here as well, because once we go back out, the boxes are back, I believe. So we would have to set them up again. Or maybe it's just after you turn the temple over. But anyway, we're not worried about that right now. Here we are at the Stone Tower Temple, which looks kind of creepy here in the dark. So since I have infinite magic, you might as well just fire ice and fire arrows all over the place, because yeah, we don't have to worry about our magic. First things first, probably want to kill those things, those firefly thingamajiggies. And we definitely want to kill you. Of course, this is going to be kind of difficult because he's running in fast motion. We need to get him when he's, like, at the top of his little path. Maybe I should just get closer to him. I don't know. These things are always annoying. I guess first we should get that little switch, which is just begging to be pressed. And apparently we can't do it with ice arrows. We have to have regular arrows. Why does it have to be like that? I don't know. You want to make sure you do that, though, because that is going to make a chest appear. And we actually... I think we might need that for when the temple is flipped over to hookshot, too. If I'm remembering correctly. I don't know. There we go, finally. Finally. Now, you can hookshot to the chest now, just to get it if you want, but you can actually make this jump if you have the bunny hood. Just barely. So let's open that, and that should be our first fairy. Alright, so we're 1/15 done. So we can't go through here. And to the left over here, I believe that is eventually a dead end. Because it all goes around in a circle, but I think we have to go to the right first, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let's just check. Let's see what's through here. No, actually, this is the right way. Okay, never mind. So the right path was the one that eventually leads around to a dead end. First things first, in this room, we need to make sure we get rid of all these bomb chews. You see all these switches around, and a giant switch, which we're going to need to use the Goron mask for. But before we do anything, we want to make sure these things are all dead, because there's actually more switches than we have statues that we can make via our song. So we're going to need to use crates, which are actually behind this wall here that we can blow up with bombs or the blast mask. I'll pull out the blast mask here so we don't waste those bombs. Don't think there's any more bomb chews in here, so that's good. Just very gently get rid of these boxes, because you don't want to blow up those smaller crates, because that's what you need to press down the switches. Let's put on our bunny hood so we can run faster while carrying it. So yeah, if the bomb chews are still alive when you're carrying around these crates and they hit you or run into the crates, they will blow up and you'll have to leave the room and do it all over again. So if you played the song like 3 or 4 times, or I guess it would be 3 times, yeah, you're going to have to start all over. That's kind of annoying. So since those things are all dead, we actually only need to play the song twice. We just need to make sure that we don't play the Goron one in the wrong place. Has to be on the larger switch because he's the only one that has the weight to press that down. So we have the boxes on 2 of the switches. We'll play the Elegy of Emptiness here as just a child Link. So keep that pressed down. And where is the Goron switch? Where are you, Goron switch? I must have ran past it. If you notice, going through the temple, you see random like treasure chests and things on the ceiling. Like I said, we are going to be turning the temple over, and it's really kind of weird to try to figure out, you know, what rooms you're in and if you've been there before and all that stuff, and you know what treasure chests you've opened. It's just kind of crazy. And as we move along here, we'll be, you know, activating switches that make treasure chests appear on the ceiling, and so we can't get it until we turn the temple over, and it's just it's a whole big thing. They kind of went all out for this temple. Kind of like it, but at the same time, it's a little bit tedious. Okay, how did that miss? How did that miss? I'm at like point blank range. There you go. Bam. Okay, so we can go down the stairs there, but we need to get a... Oh, look, Gwei's. Oh, he's coming right at me. That's kind of creepy. And of course he hit me. I knew that was going to happen. So we need a small key before we can go through there. And you can go down the stairs if you want, because that's the room that actually has the key. But you can actually blow up this spot right here, which you need to do. So we'll put on the blast mask, fall down, and that light will allow us to get rid of this sunblock, which I didn't even have to pull out my shield. I just turned around and it got rid of it. So now that that's gone, we can cross a lava pit. And to cross a lava pit, we're going to need our Goron mask. But before we do that, if you actually look up to the right here, there is a little hookshot target and a treasure chest with a fairy. And this is a very easy one to miss. So normally this is the one that I miss, and I look all over the place trying to find where that that last fairy is once you have 14 of them. But getting that does help us out. So we have 2 fairies, and these guys over here actually Armos. So if you punch them, they will start jumping at you, and you can punch them again, and that will kill them. You can also kill them with bombs, and a lot of times they'll give you bombs after you kill them. As I think there was just bombs on the ground there, and we ran past them. But there's going to be 4 of these guys. Those 2 over there are also evil. So just run away from them after you punch them because they do explode. I believe you might even be able to guard against it in Goron form. So there's that. But running away is fun too. The 2 that were by where we entered from the hole are not evil. They're just actually statues. So that's not a big deal. I don't know if I'm going to get away, so I'm just going to guard. And yeah, I don't think that hurt us because we actually gained a heart. Once we kill all of those, a treasure chest will appear in the middle of the lava, which is going to be this small key that we needed. This, however, should be either the dungeon map or the compass. I think it's the map, though. Yes, the dungeon map. Okay, so that will make things a little bit easier for us to see what rooms we've come in and such. Let's open this, get ourselves that small key we needed for upstairs. And we're making some progress, slowly but surely. This whole temple moves in slow motion. But they definitely did what they needed to do for the last temple of the game. I'm just a little bit upset about the boss fight. It's the only thing about this temple that kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. Is the whole temple itself is pretty difficult, and you have to use all the masks and all these different things, and the fairy collecting is kind of crazy. But then you get to the boss and you can defeat it in like 30 seconds. It's crazy. So we can't actually get past this block because there's no light, but we can destroy the Beamos. Just for fun. I think we're going to have to actually kill that again, because we can't get past that block until we get a different item, which will be the dungeon item, which I'm assuming we'll get in the next episode. But there's water all over the place here. Looks like we're going to have to dive in with our Zora mask. Be careful of the mines that are just chilling here. You do not want to run into those. And this Dexy hand is kind of like awkwardly placed. And it's best to actually just let it grab you because it's going to throw you onto the ledge above, which you can't get to otherwise. I mean, you can dolphin jump on there, and it's just really difficult as far as the timing is concerned, so I always prefer to just get thrown up there by the Dexy hand there. Kill that Beamos just for the fun of it. Again, I don't think we can get past that area with the block, but we should be able to activate that switch, actually. We'll open this treasure chest, and we get another small key. So we are making some progress here. I think I can just activate that with a bomb, but it didn't go over the... Oh, it's still activated. Never mind. So that's going to make a treasure chest appear where the Beamos was, the original Beamos. And yeah, but we still can't get it. So we're just going to have to come back to that later on. I don't know what these crates are for exactly. I don't think I've ever used those. So now, let's see... I guess we're going to need to pull out our Zora mask again, and we can enter the area where that Dexy hand was. Just want to check to see if we can get in there. I don't think we can. Pretty sure we need the dungeon item for that. What is that stomping? Oh, okay, hello, Mr... What are they called? Igors, I think is the official name. We'll have to fight those later on. So the cool thing about having infinite magic is that we can spam our energy shield too, so that's cool. So now we're going to get into a very large room with all kinds of treasure chests and switches and stuff. So first things first, we want to drop down to the bottom. You're going to want to kill these bio-dukababas. What was that? Oh, that was one of those bonefish things. These things are so annoying because they keep respawning. So incredibly annoying. So there goes the bio-dukababa. They give you some nice... Dooku nuts. I don't know if you actually can use them in this temple or not. We need to get that switch too, so we'll activate our little switch, and unfortunately it's still hit by the freaking explosion. Once we hit the switch though, that is going to make a treasure chest appear on the ceiling, which we will be able to get after we turn the temple over in a couple of episodes. Maybe even next time, I don't know. Depends on how much progress we make. I mean, we're already like 15 minutes into this video, so who knows? Let's see if there's anything in here. Just magic, which makes sense because you're probably using a lot of magic. Anything up here? Nope. I see Dooku flowers and switches on the ceiling that we can't get to. What's in these? Nothing. Okay. So that really wasn't that entertaining. I guess it's much more in-depth on the other side. The reverse side. So once we get up to the surface here, we're going to see a sunblock and some mirrors. A locked door, which we can go through, but I don't think we need to do that just yet. Kind of want to circle back around. So we will... Okay, I see what we have to do. These mirror things are kind of annoying too. You basically need to shine light from the mirror shield onto it and charge it up. And then once you let it go, it creates a beam of light which you can then use to redirect towards whatever block you need to get rid of. So once we get the dungeon item, that will be obsolete, as we'll be able to just destroy any, or not destroy, but get rid of any light blocks that we need without extra light. But for now, we have to deal with that, and this should be the compass. Yes, the compass. Alright, so now all of the hidden items slash treasure chests shall appear. Once we go through here, this will take us back to the original room into the right-handed door area. So, yeah, we just made it full circle. Now we can go back, and we should be good to head through that locked door. So we might as well do that. Onward we go. Okay, now this room is quite annoying. This is one of my least favorite rooms in the entire game because the mirrors are everywhere. You have to redirect light multiple times to get rid of these light blocks. The one to the right should have a treasure chest with a fairy, and the one that's really hard to get to is where we actually have to go to continue on through the temple. Now you would think that fire arrows might be able to help you here because you can shoot them onto the sun things, but that actually doesn't do anything as much as you want it to. First things first, we should be able to recognize these blocks in the center of the room. These giant pillars are from the Snowhead Temple, and in that temple we use the Goron mask to punch them away, so that's exactly what we're going to do here, and that's going to reveal the much needed sunlight. So now we can get rid of these things that are on the wall, and that should give us access to another fairy. Now, the most annoying part about this room is not the fact that we have to deal with the mirrors eventually. It's going to be that these black bows keep appearing and reappearing and respawning over and over and over again every like 30 seconds or so. So if you're trying to charge the mirror, they just keep attacking you, and they will push you off your point and start your time limit for redirecting the light, which is really unfortunate. There is a trick to getting away with it, though, or not getting away with it, getting around it, and I will show you that in a second. But is it really going to be the last one? This controller doesn't help. I'm like really bad with aiming at this controller. It's so touchy. As you can see, it just kind of jerks all over the place. So the last one is the one that we needed, and that makes a little treasure chest appear over on the other side. That should be a fairy, if I'm not mistaken. Where is it? It's on this side. There it is. Okay, so this should be fairy number 3. Alright, so we are 1/5 done. Great. So we're going to get rid of the block on the right-hand side first, and I'll do this without the trick. We'll just try to do it the normal way. So as you can see, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make that. I did not. This is quite difficult. We'll do this one the hard way, and then we'll do the hard one the kind of the easy way. Just because it could take me a bazillion tries. We're in a good position here because I killed that black bow, and yeah, we should be fine. There we go. So that wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. So that'll make the block disappear, of course, and there's nothing back here except... Oh! Okay, that guy. I forgot that they're made of gunpowder. There's our 4th fairy. I hate those things. When they just come up out of the ground like that, it's ridiculous. And my reaction, like I have a knee-jerk reaction to just slice it and kill myself. So we can try this the hard way, because we're going to have to redirect light onto this mirror, and then the second mirror, and then the block. But it's just, look how difficult it is. So we're going to do this the much easier way, as that was a major fail. So the easy way to do this, instead of wasting your time trying over and over and over again, is to just pull out the stone mask, which you should have at this point, and that doesn't stop the black bows from respawning, but they don't know that you're there, so they won't attack you, and you're free to shine the light on the mirror, and you're only battling your controller at that point. Oh, did I really just miss that? Did I really just miss that? Why am I not standing in the right place? I think I just missed that. Yes, I did. Okay. So even with the help of the stone mask, I still have trouble with this, just because I cannot control this controller, like, I don't know. With the precision, that's the thing. That's the word I was looking for. The precision that you need to just shine it in the right place. I just can't do it with this controller for whatever reason. To be fair, I had a lot of trouble when it was on the N64 too. So maybe I'm just bad at this. I don't know. You can probably hear my cat in the background doing things he shouldn't be doing. We're just going to ignore that. And that should shine the light there. Don't target that. Don't you dare make me miss this. There we go. Oh, okay. That's probably my least favorite point of the entire temple, so I'm so happy that it's over. Thank you, Stone Mask. I don't think we have anything to get over here. Oh, I guess you can just run me over. That's cool. I'm just going to run away from you, though, as he just disappears. Okay. He goes back underground. That is completely okay with me. Is that just 20 rupees just chilling there? Take that. What is this? Another 20 rupees. Okay, so we can just pick up 40 rupees and continue on into the next room. Not even bad. Not even bad. And, oh, not this one. This is a really hard section, too. This is one of those things that I think the first time I played through the game, this took maybe 10, 15 tries to get. It's a fairy, so it's optional. But we're going to just do the Dooku part first. But as you can see, there's lava down below. If you fall in it, you go back to the beginning of the room because you're a Dooku. First things first, we want to pick up that fairy. That's the easy one. And I don't know if we can make that jump. So we probably want to pull out our Goron mask and go back. Or we can just try to get this fairy down here. As you can see on the map, there's a treasure chest. And yeah, we might as well just do it. So you got to press this down by doing the Goron pound. And basically you have to get to that switch before the fire comes back, and you have to roll through this area, but there's so many pillars and turns, it's just so difficult, and you bounce off everything, and you don't have a lot of time. As you can see, I did it kind of sort of quickly and still was not really even close. So hopefully I don't have to cut too much out here as I just keep failing and failing and failing. Oh my gosh. See what I mean? This temple is difficult. It's not as difficult if you're not trying to get all the fairies, of course, because you can just skip some of these parts, but I want to do all of it. The easiest way that I can think of to do this is, oh, I was right there! I was right there! That is nonsense. Anyway, the easiest way I can think of to describe how you would do this is to not try to roll the entire way. When you get to the corners, just come out of your roll and try to work your way through the narrow portion and then roll again. If you can get it lined up so that you can roll most of the way, you should be fine. And I think we got it. I think we got it. Yes! Alright, so we get to the switch, and finally that allows the fire at the other treasure chest in the room to go down. There is no time limit for this, so don't worry about having to rush over there. Once you complete that part, you're golden. Oh my gosh, I hate that part. I really do. And I just jumped right into the lava. Okay. Not even bad. I mean, that only took 3 tries, so that's much better than 15. And I didn't even have to cut any sections out, so I'm kind of happy with that. Let's go ahead and put the Dooku mask on again, as we're going to need to fly through these air currents and maneuver our way around the room. There's also a bomb chew, which it might behoove you to walk around the outside and shoot it with an arrow if you can. Because when you come around this corner here, and you have to fly through this metal area, if he touches you, you blow up, and wow, I thought that was going to hit me, but it didn't. Yeah, so if he touches you, he blows you out of the sky, basically, and you fall into the lava and you have to start over. So it might behoove you to take him out from the ground. But anyway, we're going to pick up that fairy, and now we are done with this room. He still got me. Is that the same one? I didn't even know there was one over here. As we go into the next room, oh, this is going to be a boss fight. So we already have made it to the area where we're going to get the dungeon item. We're going to do that next time, though, because we're about 25 minutes into this video right now, and I don't know how long this fight is going to last. So that is going to be that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like rating or a comment or whatever you would like to do, of course, and I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.